South Central Ave Hyundai. I'm going to be going over the 2019 Hyundai Sonata, so hope you guys are ready. So let's start with the front. Actually, let's unlock the front before we start, right? So first thing is first, let's take a look under the hood. First thing you're going to see as we start is the noise reduction chamber. This actually is put in the car so you don't hear any of the road noise while you're driving. Second thing we notice is as you look inside the car, towards the engine, you have a breakaway mount. That mount has been placed there specifically by Hyundai and then followed up by most manufacturers to prevent the engine from being pushed into the car in case of major accidents. Third thing, or one of my favorite features, is the polyurethane headlights, made from the same material as a football helmet, baseball helmet. You name any rough sport, that's what this is built from. So it can take a hit up to 50 miles per hour without cracking or breaking. Also has these rubber lips on top of it to prevent water from getting inside your headlights. Now, if you get a little closer, I actually want to show you something. Hyundai's the only company that has, right now, about 1.5 feet of space between their front bumper and their engine, which basically is an additional safety feature. In case of emergency collision, what's going to happen is all this is going to crumple up, giving your engine enough time to snap, fall to the ground, and preventing any damage inside the vehicle. So, spin around, follow me to the driver's side. Looking at the side of this car, you're going to have, on this particular model, 17-inch rims. You also have your all-season tires on this car. Oh, before we move on, Hyundai Sonata is actually the only sedan right now on the market that has every single safety feature from the base model. So you're going to get your blind spot detection monitoring, you're going to get your temperature control, you're going to get your rear view camera, rear cross traffic alert, and then again, all the safety features mentioned under the hood. Additional to that, you're going to have your ABS brakes on your front tires, and you also have your ABS braking system on the back of the car. Follow me to the rear side of the vehicle. Before we even get inside the back of the car, I want to show you this right here on the window. So all of our vehicles, whether they are new or pre-owned, come with complimentary roadside assistance. If it is a pre-owned vehicle, you're basically going to pay a deductible. On a new car, it's free. 5 years, anywhere in the U.S., towed 100 miles. Now, approaching the back side of the car, you can unlock your gas latch from the inside of the vehicle by pressing a button. But in cases of emergency in the trunk, there is always a second option. You pull this latch, and you have access to your gas cap. Alright, so follow me around and take you to the trunk. You notice the trunk is quite large. This is actually the largest trunk on the market for any sedan. This vehicle has the same trunk space as the Mercedes E350, and it's half the price. So imagine that. The trunk also gives you some additional accessories. You are going to get on every purchase, first aid kit, your grocery netting, and of course your full-size spare tire with your jack and tools. Now, before we move on, I also should mention that this vehicle does have 60-40 split. What that means is, on a regular setup, inside the cabin, we were going to get 60% of the vehicle being occupied, and the trunk is occupying 40%. If you do pull these latches, however, you can drop your rear seats, giving the trunk 60% space, and the front of the car 40% space. Rear lights, I should also mention, are full wraparound, so you have full visibility. Anybody can see you from behind you or next to you from up to 30 feet away. The lights are also xenon lights, so they are the brightest and the best quality lights out there. Moving around, your rear view camera is implemented right underneath where your plate are, or your plate is, I should say, to prevent any additional damage from happening to your backup camera. So what that does is, rain, sleet, or snow, you have an extra lip to protect your camera, so that way it doesn't fog up or collect any dust or dirt. On this particular model, we only have one exhaust system, but on this car you have the customization option of adding extra exhaust, so dual exhaust to give you 201 horsepower. This particular model has 185 horsepower, I believe, with 178 pound-foot torque. Please follow me this side. There's no need to go into the back seat twice. What we'll do is we'll go inside the vehicle. So let's get you started. First things first, you're going to look at the steering wheel. On your steering wheel, you're going to have all your controls. So this right here is for your voice command. Not only does that control what you say to the vehicle, FM, AM, XM, or simple commands, You can also attach your iPhone or Android to the vehicle through the USB option, then allowing it to do Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So imagine while you're on a busy road driving, you hit this button right here and you say, Siri, can you tell me what the temperature is for today? She just responds back while you're driving without you having to physically touch any additional buttons in the car. Moving forward, one of my favorite buttons in the car, I like to go fast, is the drive mode button. This vehicle has the option of being driven in normal or to be driven in sport. Sport's going to give you higher RPMs, more horsepower, and you'll never be late for anything. I should promise you that. Dual clutch is an additional feature the car has, which is the capability of taking your shifter and pushing it over to the left, actually making it somewhat of a manual transmission vehicle. You can upshift or downshift at your own pace, allowing you to, one, get better gas mileage, and two, more horsepower out of the vehicle. Before we move on to anything on the passenger side, I should mention that your blind spot detection monitoring system, which is basically the lights inside the side view mirrors that'll indicate whether there's a vehicle in your blind spot, can be controlled by the driver. So if you think it's annoying, you don't want to have it, hit that button, you can shut it right off. Now, again, your gas cap, driver's side, the release latch is on the inside, as mentioned before. Your trunk button is also right next to that, and your fuse box is underneath that. This is also one of the only sedans that has a foot brake. So actually pressing your brake is a lot easier now. You get to your destination, whether it's on a hill or a slope, take your foot down on your brake, give it a little pressure, and you're locked in. What else should I mention about this bad boy? Okay, moving on to the passenger side. Passenger side, of course, comes with two airbags, I should say, I apologize. Front airbag and your side curtain airbag. The driver's side has a steering wheel airbag, a knee airbag, and a side curtain airbag, and the rear passengers have full wraparound side curtain airbags to go along with the stream seating to prevent any additional damage to happen to the passengers. Honestly, I'd say unless there's something you're really looking for that I haven't mentioned, this vehicle comes fully loaded as a standard package. So the option is yours. Pick this one or go a little higher. Again, for any additional information, come see me. I'm Marvin at Central Avenue Hyundai. And thanks for the walk around.